Ok. Giờ Kyler đang get line để đợi vô lớp ha. Bây giờ Kyler đi ra xe bus nha. Giờ sẽ đi ra xe bus. Sẽ đi đến Power Motion. Bây giờ Kyler với mẹ đi lên xe rồi nha.
I take a bath every day and take a shower. Do you school bus up? Take a shower. It says you. I don't have a bath. I think I found out. So I oh, what the?
Be quiet.
And you guys go to one spot to another spot very fast. Teleport to the roof.
All of you've been here before. That's great. What are we going to tour today? China. You get 2 points, Gryffindor. Okay? We're going to do ancient China. I'm Miss Donna. This is Mr. Buko. Mr. Malcolm is in the China gallery setting up some stuff. So if you're in District 3, so we're going to have you go. You're going to see everything in the gallery at one point or another. So you have to be brave. All right. And what's the number one thing we don't do in the museum? Touch. We don't touch stuff unless I say you can touch this. All righty?
Yes.
So are you ready to go to China?
Okay.
All right. I'm going to have this group go with these. Okay.
Đi theo cô. No. Go. Hôm nay được đi vô chỗ China. Ok, come on, let's go. Seven. Rồi, sit down, sit down.
So, please come close to me. Do not sit down.
Stand up. Stand up.
Beautiful. Okay, you can stand up.
me, this is a China gallery. Do you know anything about China? Is anybody eat the Chinese food?
Ramen.
Ramen is Japanese.
Bulldog noodles.
Huh?
Bulldog
Bulldog noodle is that the
That's
Chinese food?
Korean.
It's a Korean.
Bulldog noodles. Wait, Chinese food. I've been to a Chinese place. I can't remember the names.
Okay.
What was that? Dumplings.
So yeah, dumplings, very good. Okay, so anybody going to the Chinese restaurant and anybody knows about the Chinese culture, something?
They eat a lot of noodles.
Yes. And then?
It's like an Asian. They are Asian. They are Asian. Chinese is Asian. Don't they do those dragons?
Yes, dragon. Yeah. Okay, so China is a big country or small country? Big. Huge. It's huge. It's almost same size as the United States of America. Including for Alaska and Ireland, China. Okay, and then, oh, excuse me? Do you mind to boil the water?
No, I don't have water. Ah, okay.
Water. So such a big countries, and then in the United States, we are living in California, and then now the Dodgers playing for the New York, right? Is there any time change? Yes. How many hours time change?
I think it's like 5, right?
3 hours. 3 hours time change. How about for the New York to Hawaii? 5 hours, right? Time change. So the China is also like a very wide.
10?
And how many hours time change? Very good guess, but that's zero. For the China, which city was the capital? Beijing. Beijing is the capital. Beijing is very the west side for the China, and then way to the east side. East side of Beijing and east side of China. Going to the west side. You know how many is So the people living for the west side, it's getting darker quicker, right? So that's China because of everything was controlled by the central government, which is Beijing. So that's a different. So anyway, is you don't study the China yet, right?
No.
But China is such a huge, and that's only the country over 5,000 years they have a continuing culture. How many years for the United States? 250, something like that for the U.S. culture, but China is over 5,000. So you guys are lucky to stay here because if you're Chinese, you have to study 5,000 years history, right? So that's a tough. So the China is. Do you have any like map in your brain? So the Beijing here, all the way going to the west, and some like Kazakhstan, some country was go over there, and then over there is going to the Middle East. In the Middle East, and then going to the close to the Europe. So the all land was connected. Okay, it's actually Turkey is like a half Asian, half Europe. So, very good. Silk Road. It's only one road? No, there's a one going to the all the way to the Europe, but another one's going to the south side, or the India, or Singapore, like Malaysia, the area. So look, these mirrors. The mirrors. This is you cannot see the face, right? But other side is a flat, and then you can see that. So the people traveling for the Silk Road, they use a mirror. Is anybody use a mirror this morning?
Yeah.
Good. You didn't use it?
Actually, use it.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you saw your face, right? The mirror, you use a face. And do you think is smaller, you can see the space. So why they needed such a small mirror? Yeah, that's also small. Shine and so even China, the women has a lot of power, and but it's still dangerous to traveling, right? So what they do, the women has. Can you see this too? The gold hairpin. So the women has the hairpin put here, and if the hairpin can be only hairpin. If the see does this the person has a necklace, right? So and then that was the top. That's the gapshi Buddha. So this is the respect. And then this is what happened was people want to up the higher position. They don't need so much decoration like a necklace.
Wow.
So, but the Guinan still has a necklace, so it's not really hot yet. And then can you see the fish there? White fish. Can you see that he's sitting? Okay, so these are 3 rows. This one. This one, I like to show. Can you see the dragon? How many dragons?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's a lot. There's a lot.
How many?
Like 12?
Okay, so that this is the 9th row. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and the shoulder. 4, 5, and the back is another 3. So 5 plus 3 is 8. And what's 9? Okay, he's empty. And can you see the symmetry? Right? So this rope holds the center of the universe. So he's wearing it, and he's the center of the universe. Very important. Right?
Yeah.
So that he's a king. Yeah. So okay, so one more over there. You can see.
Elephant tusk.
Yeah, it's a huge, right?
Yes.
And the US recognize anyone. But anyway, can you see what the scene, what the people doing inside?
What you say? No one in the U.S. can point to it? Oh, import.
So what is finding? Okay, let's go on a second.
Wow.
It's amazing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be. Not stories.
Nice job. Okay, so what item doesn't belong here?
Thank you. Can you see what the scene this one? Yeah, the Buddha. Yeah. And what this side? This other side was finding. What this side?
Yeah, so one is like one by one the Buddha piece.
Right. So fighting.
So Buddha makes everyone calm.
So what is that? Is it like a Chinese? Do you know anybody know the yin and yang? Yin yang? Do you know?
Yin yang.
We're going to go back over here. We're going to go to the timeline because I want you to be aware of
Good morning.
how old China is.
So, let me ask you a question. You guys know what the Silk Road is?
Yeah.
Who knows?
transported from Europe and the Middle East to trade silk and other spices.
But where did it go? Where did it start? Yes, it started in China. So look at this. And we call it the Silk Road. Why the Silk Road?
Transported because people used to trade silk.
Silk was the most valuable thing. Most valuable thing. So you have the silk here and here. So you can feel it. These are different samples of silk. So take that and pass it around. Take that and pass it around.
I am rich.
So these were very,
Còn bây giờ
very valuable.
mọi cái giải nó khác nhau, different.
Only the Chinese knew how to make silk.
How much were these worth?
I don't know, but extremely valuable. Extremely valuable.
If we took this
I can't give you a dollar amount, so I can't make that equivalent, but none of us could afford it. I'll tell you that. None of us could afford that. Okay, so bring it back. So we talked about, look at the climate that you had to travel through. There's sand, a sandstorm, a windstorm. Here's the cold, the snow, bandits, mountains, rivers, snow. Look, can you see this? Guys, can you see this? Huh? Yeah. So look. Oh, yeah, see. Hold on. Stay with me. Okay. So now, a camel was very good in traveling through all of this, right? It could take the weight and carry it with it. Now, so here you have the camel. What are the humps for? Yes, not for water. It's for the fat. It's the nutrients of the camel. So this camel, looking at this camel with these two high humps, that tells me that this camel is full of nutrients. As you're walking, these humps get smaller and smaller. And the camel driver knows that it's time to stop and feed the camel. So it can go several days. Camels take in a lot of water at one time. They don't have to stop for water for several days. And the humps provide the nutrients. And so when the humps go flat down, then the camel driver knows, oh, I gotta stop, I gotta feed my camels in order to continue along on my journey. Now, last question with a camel. Would you ever want to cuddle with a camel? No. Anybody want to cuddle?
It's a nice big piece of jade. All right, so I'm going to pass it around. It's
pretty heavy.
It's heavy. It's a very dense stone.
13.
Yeah, it's a modern piece. It's not an old piece. We wouldn't let you hold an old piece. We're not that silly.
Can we
It's not a jade piece.
This is very light though.
I like that piece. That's cool. So can you imagine, that's a very hard rock, isn't it? It's a very hard rock. Do you know how they made these pieces?
They screwed it up with a ceremonial blade.
Well, the ceremonial blade and the beak. Okay, boys. Everybody touch it?
Yeah. Yep.
Did you touch it? Okay. Good deal. We're gonna put it right up there. So they did. Remember, this is Neolithic. This is thousands of 10,000 years ago. They did not have tools like we have tools today, did they?
No.
They didn't have sandpaper. They didn't have electric drills. They didn't have any of those things. So they would use sand and water to abrade the stone, to make it into the shape that they wanted it to. That would take a lot of work, right? They made their own sandpaper using sand and water. Now the B, the round one in the back, the big disc here and the round thing in the middle?
Yeah. The circle?
The circle.
The donut.
Well, it's called a B. A B, and it was thought to represent heaven. We don't know why, but that's what they think. And in some tombs, they would find hundreds of the B's, and they thought that it might be like a stairway to heaven from the B. But we don't know. They didn't leave a written language. They didn't leave anything in writing, did they?
Yeah, they did.
They did not. So we just have archaeologists and scientists.
The ice butter? The who?
The what?
The who?
Oh, no, the critter in the middle there.
It's a monster. Some sort of monster. Ancient beast or something.
Is that a turtle?
you know?
Is it a frog? Nobody knows.
Oh.
It's your best guess is my best guess. But they would, you know how they make these pots? How they paint, and then they painted it, colored it, and then you see the little lugs on the side. They would put wood through there so they could carry it. Because they would be heavy, wouldn't they? If they had a lot of rice in there or a lot of beans, that would be heavy, right? So that's why they had to have the wooden handles to help carry it, because they would have 4 men carrying it there. There's 3 things.
Metal? Iron.
Nope.
Metal?
Nope. We've got tin, lead, and copper.
Lead? Isn't it lead?
Well, it's not good for you, and a lot of, yeah. If they didn't know that, then they didn't know that. So they would melt the tin, lead, and copper together. They would make a mold out of a pottery, using pottery. Then they would pour the milk, like a tomb reader.
Oh.
Now, what I find fascinating, if you stand back a little bit, I'm over here. What are you seeing in the shadow?
Oh, I see. It looked like a demon. Deer. A goat. A demon. Tree.
I see a face.
A face?
I see a face.
Oh yeah. Look, that's
Giờ là giờ nghỉ, rest time.
We're not stopping until we get 100.
Once you guys are going to do a lot of talking, so I'm going to have you two over here. I'm going to have you come sit here. Okay, now we can start. I'm going to give this project that goes with your Chinese history that you just learned about. We call this the Chinese watercolor scroll, okay? So I'm going to take you step by step through this project. I need you guys to give me your best attention and best focus, okay? Over here, talking about like a cartoon character. No. I'm not talking about the drawing of an animal. I'm talking about the Chinese word, okay? It looks like a few different letters all jumbled together, okay? All right. Which Chinese character would you like to pick from these list of the different characters, okay? Which one would you like to pick? Yes. Perfect. Thank you for picking one out. So much. Okay.
I think we pick one of these. I want to.
Joshua, I hope I put on your body.
Giờ con đợi cho nó khô nha. Ok, đã làm xong rồi nha. Bây giờ quay trở lại trường nha.